I'm Nick Altmeyer, linkinglewiscounty.com. We're here this afternoon at the Constable Fire Hall with Lewis County Director of Emergency Management, Bob MacKenzie. And the Constable Fire Hall has been kind of set up as your emergency station today for some of the extreme flooding events that have been going on down in the southern part of the county here. So Bob's just going to give us an update on what's going on, what people can expect, and kind of where things are at the moment. So we're at about, what is it, like 1:30, 2 o'clock?
Approximately.
It's about 2 o'clock. So where are things at today, Bob? It's been a pretty crazy day for you guys.
Yeah, it's been. So we've been getting significant rains overnight, and throughout the evening and nighttime, we've had an uptick in the rain, which of course led to this morning's events, where we started to get torrential rains. And those rains created a hazardous area in the southern end of Lewis County. A lot of road closures, a lot in the west turn, as well as the Leiden areas have been drastically affected. If you don't have to travel in the southern end of Lewis County, please don't. If you do need to travel and if you need to go south, please restrict yourself to State Route 12 in the lower roads as well. And also call ahead before you head out and ensure that you can actually get to the areas that you're looking to get to. It's been a very long day for emergency services, through the fire services, and also for the forest rangers as well. We've been out for the majority of the day, utilizing the local volunteer fire departments in attempting to get people out of their residence. If you are in a residence right now that has been inundated with water and or rain, please shelter in place for as long as possible. When you start to head out, if you go right or left of your residence, the actual road may be closed beyond there. So just keep listening to Linking Lewis County and start listening to the radio for updates as they are made available. We'll try to keep them updated as much as possible. We're currently trying to get a list of all the road closures at this time, but as they're coming in, we've got others that are opening up. So just stay tuned to your local news source to be able to establish that. I'd like to give a special thanks to the New York State Forest Rangers for coming out with their airboat. They made a rescue of several people down in the Port Leiden area next to the river, and they did an outstanding job, and they rescued the homeowners as well as the pets. So special thanks to them. Also, Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Services has an airboat and rescue set up staged in Boonville at this time as well. We're really happy to have those guys available to us, and we're excited to be able to have that resource. Fortunately, we haven't had to use them yet, but they're there if needed. If you do have flooding in your basement, please be patient with us. We're going to attempt to get out to each residence as early as we can, but there are certain roads that are closed and we can't even get to you. So just be patient with us. Other than that, be safe, pray for this rain to end, and hopefully we can have a better day tomorrow.
Okay, so you did mention that a lot of the local roads are closed. I think, like you said, it's really hard to keep track of right now because as some are closing, some more are opening, and it's kind of a revolving door as far as that goes. But one of the major ones that people should know about that might be closed for a little bit is the State Route 12D. So is there a detour in place for that for people?
They're going to be establishing a detour. If you don't have to take 12D, I would stay to the lower roads down on State Route 12. Mm-hmm. The Sheriff's Department as well as State DOT have had that area isolated. That will probably be an extended closure for that. So be looking for that. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the State Police and the local Sheriff's Department as well. They did a really good job today of standing with us and ensuring that the road closures were done in a timely manner and assisted us with some of the rescues as well. Okay.
And I know we were talking a little bit too about, so obviously a lot of heavy rain overnight and into early this morning. Has the rain subsided down here a little bit, and are you starting to see some of the water recede in some of the areas?
So we have a lot of the water has started to come off the hill, or that was coming off the hill has started to recede as well. So we're starting to see lower levels in the tributaries and in the streams that feed the Black River. The Black River is going to be wild for a while, as well as the Moose River. So don't expect it to go down in the Black River Valley anytime soon. And typically what happens in the southern end starts to go towards the northern end. So you will be seeing the water levels come up towards the northern end of the county as the day progresses, even tonight and into tomorrow.
Okay. And you mentioned, what kind of damage are you seeing out at like residences and things like that? I know you mentioned that you do have some people that are sheltered in place. Some people have had to be rescued. And we've heard reports of some damage to some homes and things like that. So what kind of things are you seeing from the water damage?
So a lot of the issues that we're seeing are basement issues, whether it's walls of basements and or just flooded basements in general. We've had a couple of cars that were inundated as well, but we're taking each one of those challenges on as they become known to us, and as we're able to get to them. We have got to prioritize some of these calls because there were so many coming in at once that we will be attempting to get caught up on them as the day progresses.
Okay. And I know you mentioned Wester and Leiden area, so when we're talking the southern end of the county, is that pretty much the two towns that we're talking about, or is it kind of spread out to some other towns as well? And I know it's crossing over. Obviously we focus on Lewis County, but obviously a lot of problems in northern Oneida County in that area as well.
Sure. So it's going to be pretty much the entire southern end of Lewis County, from West Leiden all the way up to West Turn and into Turn itself. And I would expect that as the day goes on, that we're going to start to see issues in Glenfield as well, and we'll start to see a pickup in those types of calls as well.
Okay. And probably good to let people know as well that I think the National Weather Service currently has the flood watch for southern Lewis County, or the flood warning for southern Lewis County is still in effect until 4:30 this afternoon. And I think you mentioned as well, the Sheriff's Office actually has a no unnecessary travel advisory in place for southern Lewis County as well. So just a heads up for people. Like you said, a lot of the roads are impassable. Those are barricaded off and things like that. But also, if you have to be out and driving around, just kind of use caution and don't drive around barricades. We've kind of heard a few reports of that this morning and things like that too. So
yeah, everybody wants to go check on their neighbors, and everybody wants to see where all the damage is and so on and so forth. Please reserve that as much as possible. We really don't need the extra traffic in those areas. We've got road crews out there now, and they're attempting to put these roads back together and also do the edging on the roads to the best of their abilities. If we've got people that are coming out to sightsee, that's just going to delay the repair of those roads, which is just going to delay ultimately you being able to get around the way we're used to getting around.
Okay, well, we know you're super busy today, Bob, and we really appreciate your time to kind of update people a little bit about what's going on and what to expect. And like you said, stay tuned as things develop this afternoon and roads open, close, things like that. You can find all that information on linkinglewiscounty.com and other local news outlets. Sure. So thanks for your time today, Bob. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.